In this video, I will discuss some system of particles problems from previous year's question papers of JEE Main. This question number 1. Two identical particles move towards each other with velocity 2v and v respectively. The velocity of center of mass is. You can pause the video and attempt this question. So two masses m and m, say one mass is moving with velocity 2v, another is moving with velocity v towards each other. The position of center of mass is given as m1r1 plus m2r2 divided by m1 plus m2. This is by definition of center of mass. If we differentiate this thing, we get velocity of center of mass as m1v1 plus m2v2 divided by m1 plus m2. Velocity is the vector. If we take the direction towards right as positive, velocity of the first particle is 2v and the velocity of the second particle is minus v. So we get the velocity of center of mass as v by 2, the magnitude. So the correct option is option 3. This is the next question. Consider the following two statements. Statement A, linear momentum of system of particles is 0. Statement B, kinetic energy of system of particles is 0. So then four options are there. A does not imply B and B does not imply A. A implies B but B does not imply A. So we have to find whether the statements 1 and 2 are related and whether one statement is implying the other. You can pause the video and attempt this question. And here is the solution. The statement A says that the momentum, linear momentum of a system of particles, which is m1 v1 plus m2 v2 plus so on, is 0. That is summation of mi vi is 0, where velocity is a vector. So this is 0. And statement B says that the kinetic energy of system of particles, which is half m1 v1 square plus half m2 v2 square plus so on, and this is 0. And this is a scalar sum, and each term is positive because mass is positive and velocity square is positive. So if the kinetic energy of the full system is 0, means all the velocities of all the particles are 0. So when all the velocities are 0, obviously the summation of mi va will be 0 because it's a 0 vector. So statement B will imply statement A, but if this is true, it's a vector sum of mi vi. That does not imply that individual velocities are 0. So statement A does not imply statement B. So the correct option is option C. This is the next question. Two spherical bodies of mass m and phi m and radii r and 2r respectively are released in free space with initial separation between their centers equal to 12r. If they attract each other due to gravitational force only, then the distance covered by the smaller body just before collision is. You can pause the video and attempt this question. So initially the masses m and phi m are separated by a distance 12r and their radiuses are r and 2r, and then they will approach each other and say the minimum distance between them is L minimum, and let the center of mass be at a position x minimum from this smaller mass, and initially let the center of mass be at a position at a distance x from center of mass. So since this is the center of mass and this m is at a distance x, so m into x should be equal to phi m into this distance. This distance is the total distance 12r minus x. So from this we get x as 10r. So the center of mass initially is at a distance 10r from the smaller body, and when I attain this minimum distance, again this m into x minimum should be equal to phi m into L minimum minus x minimum, and the minimum distance between these two will happen when these two bodies touch each other. So the minimum separation between them will be the sum of radius, that is r plus 2r. So L minimum is 3r. So if you use this value for L minimum, we get x minimum as 5 by 2r, that is 2.5r. So, and the center of mass of this system will not move because there is no external force acting on it. So this smaller body, initially at the distance x from center of mass, has moved to a distance of x minimum from center of mass. So the total distance traveled with smaller mass is 10r minus 5 by 2r, that is 7.5r. So the correct option is option 3. This is the next question. A body A of mass m, while falling freely vertically downwards under gravity, breaks into two parts. A body B of mass 1/3 m and body C of mass 2/3 m. The center of mass of bodies B and C taken together shifts compared to that of body A towards. You can pause and attempt this question. So initially a body of mass m breaks into two parts, m/3 and 2/3 of m. Since there is no external force other than gravity, so both of these masses will fall down with the same velocity. They are under the influence of same acceleration and the initial velocities are same. So both of them will have the same velocity, and since both of them is moving the same velocity, the center of mass will also move the same velocity. So the center of mass will not shift with respect to these two bodies. So the correct option is option 2. This is the next question. The block of mass m moving on a frictionless horizontal surface collides with spring constant k and compresses it by length L. The maximum amount of block after collision is. You can pause the video and attempt this question. So initially the mass m is moving, and when it touches the spring, the velocity is v, and when it compresses fully to the maximum extent, the compression is L and the block will come at rest. So we can compare the energy when the block just touches the spring and when the block compresses the spring fully. So when the block touches the spring, the energy is the kinetic energy of the block, that is half mv square, and when the block compresses the spring completely, the kinetic energy is 0 and the energy stored in the spring is half k compression, that is L square. And we can write the kinetic energy as p square by 2m, where p is m into v, the momentum. So from this we get p as square root of mk into L. So the correct option is option 1.